to go to Augusta and go for a walk with Teddy. He also just go for a walk.
Grandad's favourite foods. Grandad's favourite foods are fish, baked beans, sardines, peanut butter, roast lamb, parsnip, and beetroot. Grandad's favourite clothes to wear are Hawaiian shirts, boat shoes, speedos, sandals and hats.
Grandad's favourite tricks. Grandad's favourite tricks is distracting as well. He steals food off our plates. Cheating at Monopoly and being a dodgy banker. Things we like to doing with Grandad. Playing basketball at the park, going to Rottnest, playing mini golf and fishing.
Grandad's sayings are yelling Carol, rolling R's, and Grandad's here.
Happy birthday, Grandad. Happy birthday, Grandad. Do you bring happiness and funniness to our family?
Dad's 60th at Marine Parade. The three of us, Mark, Jeff and myself, his three children, roasted him. We've brought it back again for 70. So you can see a big version 2.0 across the front. Please come forward.
Oh, my bad.
Go back. Version 2.0. So we've just updated it. We've added some additional trends and information in the last 10 years. Dad loves a spreadsheet. He loves organisation, business, PowerPoint. So we've really just run with that in this PowerPoint. We've got some additional trends and graphs. So we're just going to do like a real deep dive into some of the trends.
It's a performance review.
There's some performance review. We're really going to drill through some of the data and just see where we're at 70. Next slide, Jeff.
Some of this data over the last 10 years. So we're just looking at the top here, and you can take a look at these closer later when you come to the screen, but the domestic household cooking is at an all-time low of 5%. Mum maintains a very healthy 95%. I actually threw in the 5% for charity for Dad, just so it wasn't at zero, but I think we're going to have a chat about that after this. We've got the anger numbers down the bottom left, and they're actually up 1,000%. Solid performance here. We won't have to have a chat about that. Now, management advice. So advice given is at a high of 95%. Listening to his own advice, 5%. Have to have another chat about that, mate. You're going to be up for your first written. But the trends such as Teddy, Augusta, boats, their fishing, they've been pretty much stable, and we've seen a tiny bit of growth there, so that's solid. And we're going to keep deep diving, so we'll hand back to Lindsay.
With the new additions of the kids, grandkids, Teddy, and also the new boat Chaser Cat. Believe it or not, Carol went up from 3% to 8%, so that's actually a positive. And then, on a side note, despite being more qualified than he is, I still haven't got the keys to the Swan, so that's the first written warning there, mate.
There it is.
Okay, I've updated the graph here for time. So we've added 5-year increments, so 2019 and 2024. The first one, boating and fishing. So it did drop a bit during COVID with Colour Patch, but post-COVID, it's good to see that's back up again. So boating and fishing is back up and stabilised. Eating and drinking out, that rose with the stress levels of colour patch, and it's remained fairly steady. So we're just sitting there in that high for the eating and drinking. Travel, so midway, so 5-year point, drop 0. And he was based in colour patch, based in Augusta. It's now come up, but it's more a localised travel scenario, not so much overseas. We've also got work. So he did retire. We have a slide about
Entrepreneur turned spreadsheet specialist. Dad lives his life by a spreadsheet. Look, he even puts his calendar in a spreadsheet. I've seen him do it. Mate, you've got an iPhone, just put it in your calendar, okay? But what we have seen an increase in the number of Carol's credit card audits this year, and we're seeing a strong correlation between Carol's spending habits and Dad's anger level. We can refer back to the dashboard on slide 3.
And you can see here on the graph, we've got a steady decline in the driving skills as the years go on. That photo there was a family trip to Lorne recently. Jade still has PTSD from that experience and won't get in a Kia Carnival ever again. When we were in Fiji recently, Dad was so adamant that he was going to be the only driver the whole trip that he had the lanyard for the car keys around his neck the whole time. Rumour has it that he was actually sleeping with it on, so no one could take it in the night.
health. There's not a huge amount of update. He did have like a bit of a fad where he loved the green drinks. They've gone out. He's replaced it with wine. We've also got Royal Flying Squadrons, the new local for eating and drinking. And Teddy, new personal trainer, is the dog. But I think they spend a lot of time at the cafe and less time walking. So health's on a decline. And also you'll note Colour Patch had a bit of a trend to reduce the health. But foot, I think it's coming up a little bit. Stress level's gone down, health maybe coming up slightly. That's
I think I inherited that one.
Photos say it all.
$50 in the wardrobe over the last 6 months. Solid. But yeah, much the same. Exponential increase year on year here. So solid. Keep up that performance.
So 10 years ago, this one was only father. It's now father, grandfather, and father-in-law. He's got a couple of extra daughters-in-law, which keep him honest. Also very strong women, which is good. Good to see. But he's got, a good 10 years of experience of grandfathering in there, so that's a nice positive trend. Advice. So with the addition of granddaughters and daughter-in-laws, he's got 4 extra people to lecture. So he loves that. He loves a bit more fatherly advice, even when it's not wanted, and about topics he has no idea about.
We were actually meant to take this out because we knew we'd get too angry if we put it up. But for all of you that know Dad, he's very calm and collected and doesn't get hot-headed. No, but I, in all honesty, I'm sure we've all been on the receiving end of one of his sprays. It's pretty much daily. Do as I say, not as I do, Steve Wall. The whole itinerary, but we had 2 incidents in Africa. The first one, I accidentally ticked the box that I had Ebola, and that really set him off. Obviously, he's a very calm person, so we stayed calm in the airport. It took us a while to come back down from that, but following that, we were on a luxurious 5-star camping trip on the river, me, Mum and Dad, and we had security and whatnot, and it was just, we had tents and we were sleeping, and it was private, it was all of us with the guides. I think there was a couple of other people, and then we decided...
But really no change to trend. We added some more. Slide. He did come out of retirement, as we've touched on for Colour Patch. So just the organisational chart has changed a little bit. We did have Les in there. Les is scrapped now. Les is happily retired. That's him with the bananas, happy. The rest of us, so during Colour Patch, I feel like we got managed less because he actually had real people to manage, but he's back on us again now, unfortunately. Jade, Georgia, you're now in the business. You also get bossed around, and the kids. So yeah, he's enjoying that. He's actually added, because he's 70, we've probably taken a bit of pity on him, and we've added some nice stuff in here this time. You'll be happy to hear, Dad. So we've got a few highlights of the last 10 years. And it was actually quite impressive to go through and see how much has happened in the last 10 years. So the first one's grandkids, which we've obviously got here, Stevie and Kendall. So Stevie's nearly 10 and Kendall's nearly 7, and he's a very lovely grandfather to them. And Kendall is going to make a little speech after this about her granddad. We've got some wedding photos. So Jeff and Mark have got married in the last 10 years. Here's Colour Patch.
All right, Colour Patch. Now, Colour Patch, this was a big dream of his, and he was talking about it for quite some time. We were just told that we were going to get a little polish of the building. It was going to be just a small little refurb that he was going to do. And he called me all those years ago, and I remember walking across the bridge about to get down to the beach. I remember the exact conversation. He goes, mate, I'm thinking about doing a development down on Colour Patch and just doing a slight little refurb. I said, I think it's a pretty shit idea, I'm not going to lie, I'm not sure about it. And then anyway, so he goes, well, I'm just going to tell you I'm doing it anyway.